What's on the line in Bengals Raiders?
I think the biggest thing on the line in this football game is on the Raiders side. You got a head coach who's trying to keep his job in Rich Bisaccia. If he wins a playoff game, it's going to be very, very difficult to remove him. If he loses, then you can start opening it up and thinking about it or whatnot. And then Carr's first playoff appearance as a starting quarterback. Can he win in the playoffs? We saw him take care of business in the regular season. Can he do it in the postseason? That's on the line for me. Cincinnati, not really nothing. They're ahead of schedule. They're a young team. It's nothing really on the line for them.
I kind of think it's free money on both sides, Key, right? For everything that the Raiders have been through this year, exceeding expectations. If they win, okay, understandable. Joe Burrow and company haven't been to the playoffs in a long time, right? Joe Thorough, as you like to call him, Max. If they lose, you're not going to look at them differently. You feel like they're ahead of schedule. But if they win, though, you could start saying for Joe Thorough, like, wow, at this stage of his career, coming off injury last year, what he's been able to do, get a playoff win, there's a lot to gain there. But I still think it's free money on both sides.
Okay, for the Raiders, this is a Cinderella season. I know the Raiders and Cinderella, but it's a Cinderella season, right?
That don't go together.
But it is, and the way Derek Carr has performed, and he's never won in the playoffs yet, and the whole thing, a lot on the line there. Even though, in a way, they've already exceeded expectations for the season, there's a lot of upside. It doesn't mean as much downside, there's a lot of upside. But for the Bengals, and Dan Graziano joins us now, for the Bengals, Dan, you may say that, well, they're ahead of schedule. There's nothing on the line. That's how Key feels. The way I feel, Joe, there are some guys, like Brady was like this early in his career. Derek Jeter was always like this. Whether or not it was true, they believed they were the best player who stepped on every field they were ever on, and their team believed it too somehow, even if guys put up better numbers. Joe Burrow, to me, is one of those dudes. And I don't think he thinks he's ahead of schedule, Dan. I think he's trying to win a Super Bowl right now.
He is. And look, I've talked to him before the season started, asked him what his goals were for the season. You know, this is the Bengals, right? It's like, well, win the division, you know, and win some play, like that kind of stuff. I also talked to him before they played the Packers earlier this year. They had a back-and-forth game against the Packers. They should have won if somebody had made a kick, right? That was the guy. I think the Packers missed a couple kicks. The Bengals missed 3, and it went to overtime, and finally Mason Crosby hit it. But before that game, I asked him about Aaron Rodgers, and I said, "Do you ever get does any part of you ever get, starstruck when you play? When you're going to play against?" He said, "No, man. Like he just can't." He said, "I'll talk to him after the game, and I'll enjoy talking to him and picking his brain." But no, and look, I mean, that answer doesn't always go that way, but with him, it was very natural and very authentic. Like, no, this is I belong on that field with him.
This is ESPN NFL insider Dan Graziano giving you the Straight Talk, brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. Dan, I hear you 100% about Joe Burrow in that game with Aaron Rodgers. I was shocked that he lost that game. He's playing Aaron Rodgers. They're in overtime, and I was sitting there sure that Joe Burrow would win the game. That's the feel. I mean, it's.
But like Rodgers, he got him in field goal range 2 or 3 times with a winning kick, and they just didn't make it. So that was I think that game proved to the Bengals and to people about the Bengals that they could play with anybody.
Yeah, they can, but they're basically playing with house money.
I get it.
They're young. They're ahead of schedule. If they win a playoff game, then great. That's good for them. The fact that they won the division, they got into the playoffs at the start of the season. The bullseye was on Zach Taylor to be fired mid-year. He beat the odds on that one. That's why, to me, it's just like there's more to gain for the Raiders in this situation.
Not a lot of downside, a lot of upside for both teams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dan, but the legacy
you feel like
legacy you feel like for Joe Burrow could just be heightened quickly.
Mahomes got to the AFC Championship game first year as a starter, second season in the league.
He did.
And Burrow is he's very talented. His talent is undersold.
So
he ain't Mahomes, but he's very talented. But
that was a playoff team before he took over too, though.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
fair.
that's a good
talking
point.
about the Bengals.
You're covering the game.
I'm like,
they haven't won a playoff game in 31 years.
Dan, you're going to be there.
I will be there, yeah. I'm flying from here after Get Up. I'm heading to Cincinnati.
I hope that you are dressing very warm.
I am.
So
but
what is on...
Not in Buffalo, at least.
Dan, what's on the line for the Raiders? What's on the line?
This is what I can't figure out because, is Rich Bisaccia going to keep the job? And I think there's a possibility that the answer is yes, but I also think there's a possibility Mark Davis, the owner, has had his eye on someone else for head coach. So if
they win?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If they win and you hold it off, does that just goes further? But if you lose, let's say you get blown, let's say you look bad and you lose, then all of a sudden maybe that prompts ownership to go back and say, you know what, maybe we should just stick with the plan. I know the players. I love Rich Bisaccia and would love for him to keep the job, and it's a great story. But if the Raiders lose the game, then I think a lot of the good feeling of the last month is easy for ownership to throw out the window and say, all right, well, look, a month ago we were saying Derek Carr's taken us as far as he's going to take us. Maybe we need to look at other options. He's got 1 year left on his contract, right? And he hasn't been extended yet. He could be extended, but it's also possible they could change, especially if they change GMs and coaches, right? So the whole thing could be overhauled, which a month ago is where you thought the Raiders were headed. So if they lose, then I think it's a lot easier for them to go back to that potential plan. Whereas if they win, it holds it off and builds a case to say, hey, maybe we're fine the way we are.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.